Okay. So target also looks like similarly to the project. The begin and end tags for target should be okay. Also match exactly. Okay. Each target must have a name again. Target depends is optional depending on the your requirement. Target depends is optional. See, there are depends. So, but init does not have any dependency, but other targets have dependency. So it depends on the requirement. Target depends are optional. Anything between echo, okay, echo tags is outputted to the console if the surrounding target is called. So here there is no echo. Actually, in previous class, we have seen that target echo, right? So whatever anything between the echo tags is outputted to the console. We have seen in previous class. Okay. So this is your structure. Okay. Clear? So now you have seen all these things here, right? So by seeing this, you can understand now what are the terminologies we have used here. One is ANT project. Okay. A collection of named targets that can run in any order depending on the time stamps of the files in the file system. Okay, this will call as a AND project. Each build file contains one project that we have seen already, right? So AND target, a fixed series of AND tasks in a specified order that can depend on other named targets. Okay, this will call as a AND target. Targets can be depend only on other targets, not on projects or tasks. Okay, remember target can depend on only on another target. A target represents a particular item to be created. It can be a single okay item like a jar, var, whatever it is. Okay. Now you know what is project and target. Now what is and task? Something that and can execute, such as compile, copy, or replace. Okay. Most tasks has like most tasks have very convenient default values. Okay. So by seeing all these things, project is a top level element in Ant script. Okay. Project has three optional attributes. The name, the default. Okay. Another one will be something called base dir. You'll see it in another script. Okay. Clear? So the name of the project, the default target to use when no target is specified, the base directory from which all the path calculations are done. We'll see that base dir later. Okay. So this is a typical structure of your ant. Okay. So each project defines zero or more targets. Okay. So that a target is a set of tasks you want to be executed. Okay. When starting ant, you can select which target you want to have executed. See, if you don't select anything, if you say just ant, it will run from the default and it will see dependency and then it will work. If you say only the particular target, see, we have seen ant clean, right? So ant clean means what it will do? It will delete and it will perform the task which is present only in that target. If you have any dependency, it will run. Otherwise, it will execute only that target. When no target is given, the project looks for the default target it is going to be used. So it can be conditionally executed based on the requirement. Okay. So a target can depend only on the other target. Okay. And suppose you imagine that you don't have this build.xml by name. So you have some other thing. Okay, just go back, go to the directory structure. See, there is a build.xml. Instead of build.xml, if I rename this build.xml to Bhavana, then if you say and what happens, just check. Rename this build.xml. just rename to some other name. Okay. So now this is your file. Now just type ant and see it is going to fade. See, because it is looking for a build.xml. Okay. So if it is with the other file name, then you have to use ant -f option. Okay. Ant -f space the file name file1.xml. So here F stands for file name. Okay. Enter. So now it is going to work. Okay. So remember, by default, Ant is going to look for the build.xml. If the build.xml is not present, if it is in a different name, then we have to use an option ant-f. Okay. Go and rename the file. So if you want to run any one particular target, then you can say ant and then the target name, just like ant clean. See, why we require this ant separate target name means suppose you have, okay, there are so many targets. Now we have some targets. You have so many targets, some 20 to 30 targets. Then if you find any issue in any one of the target, then you can run ant and then the target name so that it will execute only those things. Okay. So just type ant -v. There are some, okay, debug tool. Just say ant -v. See, it will give you, okay, what is your Ant version, what is your OS, what is your Java version. Okay, so it will execute the default target also. So it will give you each and everything in a different format. Okay, it is in a debug mode. -v means verbose. Okay, each and every details it is going to give. Okay, so it will give you the details about what is the Ant version, what is the OS version, what is the Java version, okay, and then it will execute the targets, okay, in a sequential format. Okay, so there is another one, ant-d debug mode. Ant-d enter. See, it will open in a debug mode. In case of any issues are there, you can debug it. Okay, these are the two commands which will be used for debugging your ant issues. Okay, got it? Fine. And notepad, just note down. So, what is ant? Right. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ತೆಗೀರಿ ಇದು ಗಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ವೇನ್ರಿ ಗಿಟ್ಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸೊ ಓಪನ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂ ನೋಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಂಟ್ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಂಟ್ Okay. ANT is an abbreviation for another neat tool. Tool. Okay. Double kotal barire. Another neat tool. You can say A capital, N capital, T capital. Okay. So it is used primarily for, it is next line, but it is used primarily for building and deploying Java projects. Building and deploying Java projects. Building and deploying Java projects. Okay. It is it is an open source and maintained by Apache. It is an open source maintained by Apache. Okay. So now, see, I told this build.xml will be given by the build.xml is given by whom? By developers only. Okay. And it includes of so many tasks. And who is the maintainer of this? It is maintained by Apache. Apache is the product owner. Okay. And product owner. So now go and check. Okay. So now I don't know anything about the task, how to include and syntax, all these things. Okay. So I told you can include a number of tasks in builder.xml, right? Suppose I don't know anything to do. So now how to get this task? Okay. Just go to apache.org. Apache.and.org. Go to browser. Apache Ant you type. Enter. ನಿಮ್ದಿಲ್ಲೇನ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಬಂತು. Okay, just say Apache, okay, .org slash manual you give slash manual Apache dot, wait, remove this, ant dot Apache dot org ant dot Apache dot org manual, okay, and index dot html. Instead of use it, index dot html, okay. Here you have the entire manual. See, ant task. If you click on ant task, it will give you the task which is present in ant from A to Z. Okay, list of tasks. Click on this. See, from A letter to Z, it is there. See, A to Z. So we have used something in it. Just scroll down. You can check in it. Wait. Not in it. In the task, we have something called MKDIR. No? We have created MKDIR. Just go. See, MKDIR is there. So if you click on this MKDIR, down. See, this is a syntax. Okay, MKDIR. Just we have taken this and then you can put over there and then it will run. Suppose you have something called, if you want to move a file from one directory to another, ME move is there, right? Down. MKDIR move is another task. So they will explain each and everything, what is the task, how it works, everything they will explain. And you have to take this, see, just you have to take this content and then add it to your script and then modify the path. That's it. See, move to directory to where you have to move. Okay, and then file set, which is the directories which you want to move. Okay. That is a task. See, move and then the target move is going to end at that down, right? Just see. Okay, highlight whatever I'm saying. Move is there. So move is the target, right? And it is going to close at the end slash move. Inside that, you're going to define which is the directory you want to move. Okay, to dir, to where you have to move, and which are the file sets you want to move. Okay, all these things you can define it here. Suppose you want to copy a file, there will be a copy task. Okay, just go left and go up. C, C letter is up, right? Go up. See, there is a copy task. So like this, you can identify the task and take the code and then just put it over in Ant script. Just modify based on your requirement. Echo is there, right? Just see echo down left side. See, echo is there. So echo means it is going to print the message inside that echo task, whatever it is, you will print it on the screen. Okay. So now I told something called creating a war file, jar file, right? So left side there is something called var, WAR. Just scroll down, pull down. Okay. See, there is a var. Just scroll down. What is the task? Okay. Syntax. If you see, this is your syntax. See, var destination file. Okay. And what are the contents you want to use to create a var file? Okay. See, there is something called, just scroll down. Yeah, wait. So var destination file, which is the destination mywap.var. To create this mywap.var, you use this. Okay, these things, and then file set from other directory. I'm going to use this JSP libraries, and then if you want to exclude some of the files, I don't want to include it in this package. You can use exclude, and then you can give start.jar, whatever name, so that it is not going to include it in the package. Exclude means it will exclude it. If you want, you can use another word, include. Include, then you can give particular file names. Okay. So like this, you can search any task from this manual and then you can take it and then you can modify based on the requirement. Okay. So just if you want to check what is this, Java C was there, no? Java compile. Okay. Just go up, just check in left side, Java C. You just check for J. See, there is a Java C. Up. If you see Java C, Java compiler. So how to compile your code? Okay, you can check here. You'll get the code here. Just scroll down. So now if you see your builder.xml, so that builder.xml consists of the task from this one only. Okay, they will take this and they will modify based on the requirement. Suppose if I want to create a zip file, including all these things, just go down. There is something called zip at the end. If you want to create a zip folder, then you can use this zip. Okay. So like this, you can use whatever task is required, that you can take it and you can keep it in your builder. Okay, they will ask, okay, suddenly they will ask something else. You can say, I don't know exactly, but I can go here and I can check the task and then I can take that and I can modify it based on the requirement. That's it. At least minimum, whatever we have shown in builder XML, those tasks you have to remember. Okay. So if you don't know anything else of and that one build.xml, whatever we have discussed, that you should know. Okay, clear? Fine. So now I will give you one more sample and then we'll see what is the difference in that build.xml. Okay, same concept will be same. Only thing you should know, there will be some other features. See here, there is something dollar you can see, right? There is something called dollar they have mentioned here in the task. Okay, so if you find any build.xml, inside the builder.xml, if you find anything, something dollar, so then what is the meaning of this? Okay, why I am using this dollar? Okay, so let us see how this can be used. Okay, go to, okay, I'll give you another sample. There you can see this dollar thing. Okay, just download it from this chat and then keep it in the and practice folder. Okay, go inside this. Okay. There are again something here. Okay, dist and bin, all these things. It is created, I think, after build. Okay, we'll see this later. So now just check. There is a builder XML. Our duty is to check the builder XML. You have to understand what is builder XML. If you see the builder XML, you can understand. Okay, what is there, how it is working, all those things. Okay, see here. First is what? Project. Okay. So the project name is there. Okay, something, whatever it is. Default is also there. Main. Okay. And then there is something called base dir. Okay. Base dir. What is this base dir? So base dir is equal to dot I have given. Dot means whatever current directory is present now, that is dot. Dot is going to represent the current directory. Okay. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the current directory, whatever content inside that current directory, whatever folder structure is there, I'm going to use that. That is nothing but the dot. Okay. So I told, right, project has three attributes, optional attributes. The name, okay, the name of the project. Default, the default target to use, okay, when no target is specified. So from here I have to start the execution. Base dir, the base directory from which all path calculations are done. That I call it as a base dir. That is nothing but dot means current directory. Okay. See here, there is a new things present here. See, property, 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 property. They have mentioned something property. This property was not there in previous build.xml. Highlight my properties now. Okay, see there are some property they have mentioned. Property is a tag. Again, project, targets, all these things will call as a tag. Property is a tag here. Okay, so property is a tag here. So in this property, we have mentioned what are the things, property name, all these things. So here there is a new thing called property, and another thing, if you see here, there is something called dollar. Down, down, down. There is something, some symbol called dollar. See, yeah, here is dollar, and another one is dollar, something like this. So here dollar means we are going to mention the variable name. Okay, variable name we are going to mention it here. So what is this dollar here? See, so in any script, okay, suppose if you mention a hard-coded path, okay, so instead of SRC, what is the location? So where is this SRC actually? You have placed in and practice folder, those things, right? So just go to the directory and see where is that path. See, this is your path, D colon, just see, copy this path, okay? So if you see here, so there is a local drive D drive. Inside that D drive, you have and date details. This is the folder path. Just copy that path. See, so keep it in Notepad now. Okay. So if you see this path, there is D drive. This is the thing. So if you see in the script, what I have mentioned in the script, I have not mentioned the path of C drive, D drive, or anything. Right? Go to the script, build.xml already open. Go to that. So whenever you're writing the build scripts, as much as possible, don't include this hard-coded path into your scripts. That means whatever D drive that I have mentioned, no, I am not going to mention that path here. Whatever I copy to Notepad. So instead of that, what I have mentioned, dot. Dot means current directory it will take. Okay. And even see location SRC I have mentioned, but I have not mentioned any path like D colon and practice inside that and details, inside that SRC. I have not mentioned those things. Correct? So like bin also I have not mentioned. So here you can't put the hard-coded path, C drive, D drive, something like that. Because if you take the same script and then if you try to run it in another machine where you don't have D drive, then it won't run, right? Clear? So instead of dot or instead of SRC folder, if I have mentioned the hard coded path in the sense D drive and practice, something like that, then it won't work in another system. If I take the same script, okay, if where you have mentioned D drive, C drive, something like that path, and then if I try to execute it on Unix, it won't work because it doesn't contain that path at all, right? So that is why we should not include any such paths in the build script. That is why we are using something called base dir is dot and then location src and then dollar symbol, something like that. Okay. So if you move these scripts to any machine, it will work because here I have not hard coded anything. Okay. So here see, I'm mentioning the src location. See, dollar dist dir means, see, in the property, I am defining this. What is this src dir? Go to the property, see, property, I'm going to define the name as src dir. For that, I'm giving the location as src folder. So wherever src dir is present, dollar src dir, it is going to replace with this src folder. And then wherever you'll find build.dir, it is going to replace dollar build.dir. It is going to replace bin. Okay, if you find any dollar dist dir, okay, where it is going to take, it is going to replace this dist. So wherever you'll find dollar and then some property name which you have mentioned, that will be replaced by the value. See, there is something called dollar project name down, the same there only. Dollar project name. No, no, down. Where is the project name? Dollar project name. One more line down. Ah, see, there is a dollar project name. This dollar project name, that means it is going to replace what is the project name you have defined in the property. It is going to replace with the date details. Okay. So dollar date stamp. That means it is going to take the current date and time of your system. Okay. So dollar dist will be replaced by the dist folder. Dollar project name will be replaced by the date utils, and dollar date stamp will be replaced by the date of your system. So like this, it is going to replace like a variable and value. That is the purpose of this property I'm going to use. Is that clear? Okay. So this is what the properties and then the dollar symbol, we are going to use it in a file. So for example, if you have a Java older version, okay, something like okay, one file. So now if you find, okay, something here version 1.0, or imagine that you are running a Java version of 1.0 for this project. Okay. Now I want to replace with, okay, 1.8, 1. Now 11 and 17, something that like that. So instead of going and finding each and every place wherever Java is there and go and replace that version, instead of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mention here property name as Java version and value I'm going to mention 1.11 or 11.8 or something 17, something like that. So that wherever you will find the Java version name, it will replace with the value. So instead of going and changing in each line is not required. So that is the feature of this property and then the value. Okay. Fine. So we'll take a 5 minutes break. Okay. And we'll come back. And your meeting is going to end now. So just take a break and then we'll execute these things and then we'll see how it works. Okay. Fine.